In a few hours from now, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi will be hosting representatives from 17 opposition parties. It's going to be a breakfast meet at the Constitution Club. Now, the opposition meet is expected to take place at 9:30 this morning, just before the start of the parliament session at 11. And this breakfast diplomacy comes in the backdrop of what we've been seeing of a parliament logjam that's been going on for over 10 days now over the Pegasus Snoopgate scandal. Opposition parties have been demanding a probe as well as a discussion in parliament over Snoopgate.
Question number 144. Please go to your seat.
The opposition is turning up the heat on the Modi government over Snoopgate. Inside the parliament and outside. Now, in a fresh bid to sharpen opposition attack, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has called for a breakfast pe charcha at the Constitution Club on Tuesday. He has invited as many as 17 opposition parties.
अब ये मनमानी करके सिर्फ देश विरोधी बिलों को ही पास करना चाहते हैं तो वो तो सदन नहीं है। तो मिलते रहते हैं हम। मैं धन्यवाद करता हूं कि राहुल गांधी जी ने कल सभी विरोधी दल के नेताओं को, सभी ऑपोजिशन पार्टी के सांसदों को नाश्ते पे बुलाया है।
The TMC, DMK, NCP, Shiv Sena, RJD, Samajwadi Party, National Conference and CPM are among those invited.
मुझे एजेंडा मालूम है, अगर मुझे निमंत्रण मिलेगा तो जाऊंगा.
It is quite natural while we meet here, some discussion may have regarding our ongoing agitation. Any changes is needed, that things. There is no concrete proposals before us now.
What's even more interesting, the timing of this breakfast diplomacy coincides with the BJP's parliamentary meeting that Prime Minister Modi himself is expected to address. With Anand Patel, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, as the stalemate over Snoopgate continues to stall the monsoon session, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be chairing a crucial meet. This is the BJP parliamentary meet. That's too expected to happen at 9:30 this morning. And one of the agendas will be opposition ruckus in the parliament. Last time during the BJP parliamentary meet, Prime Minister Modi had slammed the Grand Old Party for the deadlock in parliament and said that Congress is neither interested in debate nor in allowing the parliament to actually function. Prime Minister Modi also told BJP lawmakers to counter the lies being spread by opposition about the centre's mishandling of the COVID pandemic. Over to the other big political headline of the day. The newly inducted Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai was in Delhi to finalize his cabinet, and after spending the day meeting BJP top brass, speculations continue on exactly who will be in and who will be out. Basavaraj Bommai's first task as Chief Minister is to finalize the list of cabinet members, and to get this done, Bommai met with a series of BJP leaders. The final call, however, will be made by BJP Chief JP Nadda. The cabinet list is expected to be out by the end of the day. The swearing-in is likely to take place tomorrow on Wednesday. After the day-long meetings in Delhi, Bommai said that he'd submitted 2 to 3 alternative combinations for the cabinet list to the top brass. Bommai also said that the decision will be a BJP Parivar call, a united decision, and everyone will be taken into consideration. Depsang remains a flashpoint between India and China. During the 12th round of military talks between the two sides on 31st July, India insisted on resolving outstanding issues in Hot Springs, Gogra and Depsang. The Chinese side, however, remained adamant about even discussing retreat from Depsang. After disengagement in Pangong in February, there's been unfortunately no forward movement in other friction areas. The 12th round of the India-China Corps Commander level meeting was held at the Chushul-Moldo border meeting point on the Indian side, and it took place after 3 months. Both sides noted that the 12th round talks were constructive and further enhanced mutual understanding. Let's get you also the latest updates in the Kundra porn scandal. India Today has now accessed WhatsApp chats that reveal how Kundra had a plan to take pornography in India to a whole new level.
A massive porn racket with a futuristic goal. What Raj Kundra and co. planned for the pornographic industry in India was nothing short of explosive. WhatsApp chats accessed by India Today exposed the bold plans of the accused to upgrade porn. The gang was allegedly in the process of using VR 360-degree cameras to make virtual films a first in India. The use of virtual reality cameras were aimed at providing more immersive experience in porn. India Today accessed alleged chats between a content maker and the wanted accused in the case, Arvind Srivastav, alias Yash Thakur. In the alleged WhatsApp chats, the accused talk about the equipment and resources they need to shoot VR porn in India. If you're wondering what the fuss is all about, here is what we know. Virtual reality porn is shot in 3D. It needs VR-enabled smartphones and special VR headpieces. It will also need special apps to watch. Such films offer more immersive content. VR gears from Google, Oculus and Samsung can be used. In short, it transforms the on-screen experience. While all these claims are yet to go on record, this is a sneak peek into what Kundra and his gang were looking to do and how deep and dark this porn ring was.
We also saw that how Raj Kundra hotshot was going to shut down and therefore he made plan B. So this is the reality of this particular porn racket wherein accused knew that there is lot of profit and therefore future planning and competition should be done. With camera person Vijay Desai, this is Saurav Vakhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
Weeks after businessman Raj Kundra was arrested for allegedly creating and distributing pornographic content, actress Shilpa Shetty has released a 2-page statement. She split the victim card, claiming she's been subjected to a media trial.
Unwarranted aspersions cast on me don't deserve a media trial. I am a law-abiding citizen. Stop spreading half-baked information. Shilpa Shetty has finally broken her silence on husband Raj Kundra's porn scandal. On Monday, the actor released this 2-page statement where she claimed a lot of unverified claims have been made about her and her family. Shilpa reiterated she's a law-abiding citizen and will not offer any comment on the allegations as the matter is in court.
First time since her husband's arrest in sensational porn racket case, Shilpa Shetty has spoken out. Though she has said that there are a lot of rumors and half-baked information doing the round, she has not commented on specific allegations and charges against her husband.
Shilpa's statement comes days after the Bombay High Court refused to provide relief to the actor when she sought a gag order on media against reporting on the porn scandal in which her husband is right at the center. Shilpa was told by the court that she chose to be a public figure, which meant her life would be under a microscope. Shilpa earlier had also shared a cryptic post on Instagram on surviving challenges, seemingly talking about her husband's arrest. But the actor has avoided the public eye since Kundra's arrest. She has skipped her reality show shoots and hasn't appeared at any public event despite getting a clean chit from agencies on her involvement, at least for now, in the porn scandal. Proof is piling up against Raj Kundra with every passing day, and Shilpa Shetty has been in the line of fire since. While the actor has appealed for privacy for the sake of her family, she hasn't offered a single message of condemnation over how young girls were allegedly lured and cheated by Raj Kundra's firm. With Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
India is preparing for a third wave, and there are several questions looming in our minds about the next COVID wave if it will hit us. Is it the right time to reopen schools? How deadly will this third wave be? Is it okay to mix vaccines, something we're seeing in other countries? Top virologist, member of the COVID working group, Dr. Gagandeep Kang, spoke to India Today and answered some of these big questions. Now, virologist Gagandeep Kang says that if the second wave was a steep mountain, the third wave will be more like a hill, adding that it could become difficult to predict the pandemic if the virus mutates further. Speaking about vaccines, the COVID working group members said the data on mixing vaccines will be out by the end of the year, and if cleared, could help boost India's vaccine drive.
Ventilation is clearly important. Vaccination of teachers is important, and making sure that masks are being worn and that there is a careful monitoring of both symptoms as well as some level of testing. There is a need for people in Kerala to be concerned and to continue to make sure that the interventions that prevent intermingling of people are maintained. I know it's difficult, I know it's challenging, I know vaccines are in short supply, but we just have to get through this. So if we think of the second wave as being a really steep mountain, I think the third wave, if we don't have a new variant, the third wave will be a hill.
The semi-final clash between India and Belgium is underway. India is hoping to break the 41-year-old Olympic jinx, and good news right now, I'm going to say that with keeping my fingers crossed that India is leading the match 2-1. Harmanpreet and Mandeep have scored the goals. This is the first quarter where India is currently leading over Belgium 2-1. Let's hope we keep this momentum going. Let's hope we script history in the Olympics and make it through to the finals. We're getting you all the live updates right here in India Today, very closely tracking the progress in that match. But right now, good news, India is leading. Again, I don't want to jinx it, keeping our fingers crossed. It remains this way. Lavlina Borhain has made India proud in Tokyo by confirming a medal for the nation in Olympics. Here's a special report from her hometown in Assam.
Please welcome her opponent in the blue corner of the ring from India, Lavlina Borhain.
She lifted LPG cylinders for training. She worked in paddy fields to maintain her fitness levels during the pandemic. Lavlina Borgohain has knocked down numerous obstacles in reaching the semi-final in women's welterweight boxing at the Olympics. The boxer, who hails from a remote village, Baro Mukhia, in Golaghat district, Assam, has guaranteed a medal for India. While the whole nation was glued to television screens watching her script history, Lavlina's father never watched any of her matches live. The reason? He could not bear to see his daughter take painful blows.
जब उसको मुंह में एक पांच लग जाता है तो हम लोग का दिल में लग जाता है तो बेटी को चोट लगते नहीं देखना चाहते?
नहीं देखना चाहते हैं।
बॉक्सिंग का मैच है, चोट तो लगेगा, ये तो खेल के नियम है।
खेल का नियम है होने से भी वो तो खेलते हैं, ऐसे ही खेलते हैं, लेकिन हम लोग का माता पिता का तो बात है तो ऐसा ही होता है।
Tikane Borgohain is a proud father of 3 daughters, all athletes. One of them is now in the CRPF, while the other is serving in BSF. Lavleena is the third and the youngest daughter. Tikane was a farmer and could barely support his family. Now his daughters have ensured they have a good life. The house is adorned by medals and trophies won by his daughters.
पहले हम लोग का तो घर कच्चा था, मिट्टी का। अभी जब हम लोग का उनका 2 बड़ी बहन है, वो अभी नौकरी में है।
वो जुड़वा थी
हाँ। वो एक जोधपुर में रहते हैं एयरपोर्ट में, और एक सिलीगुड़ी में रहते हैं जो ट्रेनिंग सेंटर BSF। तो उन लोग जब नौकरी कर दिया तो उनका कभी हम लोग का घर का सुधर आया।
The Olympic medal will change not just Lavleena's life, but that of the entire village. Lavleena used to ride her cycle through muddy tracks to reach her training institute. When she returns from Tokyo, she will find a pakka road leading to the village.
अभी जो रोड है, रोड आगे से बहुत अच्छा है। अभी जैसे आपके सेंट गेवेल अभी आप लोग देख रहा है, विदिन 1 मंथ उन्होंने ये जो एरिया है, एरिया को बहुत डेवलप किया।
सड़क तो 30 तारीख को बाद शुरू हुई काम।
हाँ
30 तारीख सुबह में आ गया, एकदम सुबह से अभी तक चल रहा है। क्या जाने और 10 दिन का बाद क्या जाने ये रास्ता कंप्लीट हो जाएगा।
क्या बोला था उन्होंने, क्या कहा था आपसे?
जब वो लवलीना घर आएगा उसके आगे रास्ता ठीक हो जाएगा।
What does the 23-year-old do when she is not honing her boxing skills? Tikane says she loves to read and cook.
जब घर आते थे तब तो मैं देखता हूँ वो किताब लेके बैठ जाते थे। तो
किताबें उन्हीं लवलीना की हैं सारी, यहाँ जो रखी हैं? ये किताबें ये वो पढ़ती थी?
हाँ पढ़ती थी, सारे किताबें।
खाना बनाने का भी शौक था उनको?
हाँ, खाना बनाने का भी बहुत शौक है।
Tikane is now a busy father, attending guests and villagers who now crowd her home. They are all waiting for Lavleena to seal a place in the final.